Welcome to another 10 List Tuesday, Crafty Cuties! Yay! Today I'm excited because we are talking about 10 ways that you can add color to your projects. Mostly paper projects, but not limited to. And so I'm going to start off with watercolor because watercoloring has become one of my favorite ways to add color to cards and backgrounds and all kinds of things. And I do have a video actually talking about this watercolor set that I'm using here that's a more expensive one compared to this less expensive one. So if you do want more details on any of the things I mentioned today, I will have some links listed below for you. And if you want a more in-depth video on any of these things I mentioned, then let me know. But yeah, I think watercoloring is super fun. I think it's really relaxing and carefree, and you do not have to worry about being too precise. And you can use watercoloring a ton of different ways. So that is pretty much why I love it. So next we are going to talk about something similar, and that is distress inks. And I say similar because you can also use these as like a watercolor. You can also use them for stamping. It really depends what look you are trying to achieve. But I think that distress inks are so much fun. You guys have probably heard me mention them before, and you see me use them on cards all the time for backgrounds. And they are so easy to use. They might be a little intimidating if you're a beginner, but that is why I love them, because they are just forgiving and fun and easy, and they make color blending so easy. You really don't have to put a lot of work or thought into it, and that's why I love them. So next is Copic Markers, and oh man, I get excited just thinking about these. Copic Markers are a really fun way to add color. I was, again, intimidated to use these at first just because I see all the pros using them, you know, and they're doing all this blending and stuff. But honestly, same with the distress markers, the Copic markers, I didn't mean markers, distress inks. Copic markers are something that really helps with blending because they're so easy to work with, and that's why I love them. I also love Copic markers for skin tone coloring because the color selection they have, and again, the blending makes it really simple. So here we have some colored pigment inks, and these are really fun. I have a really inexpensive set here with all of those colors. I'll have a link listed below. I think it was $7 for 5 different colors. And then each color, you know, has a range of colors within. So I think that pigment inks are really fun. You don't have to use them just for stamping. As you see here, I'm just using my finger and putting them on my balloons. You can use them with a paintbrush also, and they're just really fun. So gelatos. I first used gelatos a couple months ago, and I instantly fell in love. I think that this kind of brings me back to my childhood. I don't know why, but gelatos are super fun, and I think you should try them out. And similar to gelatos are distress, I wrote markers, but they're distress crayons, so you probably didn't see that because I fixed it by now. But distress crayons are actually new, and I think they are very similar to gelatos, but I wanted to mention them just because they are fun. They have a really great color range, and I still do have a lot to learn from them and see how I like them best, but I think that you should give them a try. Number 7 is Zig Clean Markers, and these are just wonderful. I was so excited to pull these out and use them again. You can use them like watercolors. You can color on your color. They blend so nice, and you don't have to use a brush either, but it's one option, one way that you can use them, and that's why I really like them, because you can use them several different ways. If you're into brush lettering, you should definitely give these a try. They actually have a brush tip, and you can see here I was kind of mixing the two colors together, and that will help with blending, and it's a really cool kind of feature that they offer. So next is embossing powders, and when I was thinking of different ways to add color, at first I was looking at my embossing powders and I was thinking, no, that's not really a way to add color, but actually it really is. Embossing powders come in a ton of different colors, and I like that it actually adds a lot of dimension to your projects as well. And you can use these with stamping, and I think that's the only way that I've figured it out so far, but it's really fun. And next we have Dylusions Spray. Now this Dylusions Spray is an ink spray, and it is so much fun. You'll see in a few minutes some tiny hands, and those are my son's, because when he saw me using these, he was like, oh mom, I need to try that out. And it's a really fun way to start a background. You could also use these with a paintbrush, and they blend so nice together. So I had a lot of fun using these, and I can't wait to use these more on my projects. Another fun thing that you can use these for is kind of adding a finishing touch to a scrapbook page or a card by just kind of drizzling over little splatters of the ink. So last but not least are watercolored pencils. Now I've only tried this Ikea brand right here, but I know that they are so much fun, and I actually just bought my mom a really nice set of watercolor pencils for her birthday, and you better believe I'm going to be trying hers out because it was a nice set. I like that you can just use these straight like a normal colored pencil, or you can use a brush, add a little bit of water, and blend colors together. I was just coloring in a little coloring page here from a coloring book that I got from Target, and I really love the effect, especially on that giraffe. And then you can use them, you know, on water resist paper. Just color on your color and then use your brush to blend together. And I just like how versatile they are, and they're really easy to use as well. Well, that sums up the 10 different ways that I enjoy adding color. I hope that this gave you some ideas or made you want to go out and try a different way of adding color to some of your projects. And if you do, I would love to hear about it. I would love to see pictures also. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you are not. My username is I'm a cool mom, and it's zeros for the O's. And just tag me and tell me that you got some inspiration, and when you do that, I will use those pictures in my monthly favorites videos at the end of each month. So let me know if you guys have any requests. If you want to see 10 different ways to do this or that, I would love to hear, and I can make a video for you guys. Well, that's all. Thank you guys. I love you.